Okay, I'm back here. I'm at my sewing machine now. I've got the sleeve positioned with, again, the shirt is on top. This is my shirt. The sleeve piece is underneath, the one that has the most ease in it. It's going to go next to those feed dogs. This is a 5/8 inch seam, which I'm pretty sure on almost all of them of our patterns it is. In industry, it may actually be cut as a 1/2 inch or even that 3/8 or 1/4 of an inch down to, so that the least amount that you have out in that seam allowance, the easier that the ease goes in, just like up at our collar area. So sewing this, any sleeve, whether it's this one, a flat sleeve, or one in the round, takes patience. And it will always take patience, no matter if you have put in 100 of them or if it is just your second one or your first one. You're going to know, you're going to understand the procedure the more that you do them, but it still is a slow, steady process. You're going to be sewing from section to section, keeping things flat and out of the way and really watching as you're sewing this. So we're going to start burying our needle. I'm going to hold those threads again. I'm going to take a couple stitches forward here, just a couple. I'm going to do my back stitching. Okay, now I'm ready to take off. And I'm going to take that pin out now. And again, we're going to sew with our fingers on top, thumb underneath, so that I'm stretching. And you can see that that's a marking point, so I want to keep that. So between where my needle is up to there, we're going to work at keeping that flat. My left hand again is in charge of making sure that my raw edges are even and that things are flat over there. That my shirt and my sleeve is not tucked back up in there, going to give any kind of a tug. So let's just sew up to that first pin, our first marking point. Great. Take out that pin. Now we're going to reposition everything so that we're going to go over to our next one. And now you can see that looking in the back, making sure that that's all flat out of the way. You see how this one's longer than that one? That's because that's got to be some ease there. So we're going to pull that over so that it comes over there to the edge. I'm going to hold that. Put them over there. I'm going to make sure and feel that there's no wrinkles underneath there. I'm feeling a little one. So now I'm going to sew up to that next pin, my next marking. Now he comes out. Now, let's see that. Push that all back. This looks pretty good here. I might put it just a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to sew up to that next pin. Okay, he comes out. And around through here. Make sure that my edges get pulled back over there. Nice and even. This one I'm going to actually take this pin out so I can actually grab him and make sure that he gets pulled over there. There we go. Left hand is holding that down. My right hand is doing the top, fingers on top, thumb underneath. That pin, he comes out. Let's reposition some things here. Kind of come around the top of the shoulder here. Right where there was a lot of ease on that side of the sleeve here. Pull them back over here. Just like this. Okay. Nice and taut. To that pin. He comes out. Get up to that pin, hold this, hold in, make sure I'm feeling there's no wrinkles underneath there, no puckering. to that one. My pins are falling out over there, which happens. But I've got my main marker ones. I've got my dots and my little notch things, clips. Those are in. Those ones that we were trying to do some easing before. So now, which you can tell, a lot of this is done right at the machine. Okay. There you go. Just patience. Have patience with yourself. And now, so we're going to sew that other, all of this. Sleeve, pull out my sleeve. There, that one looks fine. This is right at that the edge where it changes over and there's lots of sharp curve in it. So I'm going to stop here a minute. And I'm starting to see that little wrinkle over there? So my needle's buried, so I can pick up my foot, my pressure foot, and I can kind of smooth that out. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to go here. Oh, I see a pin caught that. That's what we need to do. There we go. That helps. Now it's laying much flatter. Let's get through this one right there. Switch that one out. Good. And let's take that out. And out. Hold those two edges together. Smooth. Tap it away. Here it's taken away. Pin away as long as we've still got a pin down here. And this is the one I want to make sure that we keep a pin at our notch right there. So we're going to put that pin right back in there. And now we're going to ease this in. Matching up our raw edges, just like this. Anyways, stretching that top, this part, which is the shirt, to match over there. Stitch that little ways. Reposition our hands again. And there we are, at the end. Okay, so remove those tailor's tacks. Well, first we're going to take a little peek real quick inside, just to make sure. We'll look at the other side. Don't see any puckers or tucks. Oops, maybe one little in there. No, I think it's going to be fine. Now we'll look at it from the right side, make sure that it's still okay. That was right where that was. Let's see how he presses. He might have to be released somehow. But I think everything's okay out here. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to put this one aside, and I'm going to show you on the other one how much simpler that one is. It's still slow, you still have to go from pin to pin, marker to marker, and I'm going to get it positioned under the machine and then I'll be right back. Okay, here I am back. I already did my back stitching, got it kind of started there. But you can just see, I didn't even put as many pins in this shirt because as you are pulling here, it taut and keeping the raw edges together. See how much simpler that just lays in there? Now, you still have to go slow, and you still are sewing from section to section, or you're pin marking to pin marking, but it is a lot quicker in comparison to the one we just did. So here we go. Keeping those edges nice and taut up to my first pin. So now we'll do the next pin. Take them out. Pull this. Move this on top. Come underneath. There's my two little clippings. And then left side over there. Okay, fingers there. Keeping them in place. As it goes around through the machine. Making and checking, always checking that it's nice and smooth underneath there. Okay, up to that tailor's tack now. Okay, that's good. Left hand holding it down there. My right hand is pulling it taut through. Again, just inch by inch, and before you know it, they're in. Please refrain from trying to go too fast with this. You're just going to be upset with yourself, and it really is not a place where we go fast. We really do have to watch what we're doing here. Just go nice and steady. What is that saying? Slow and steady, you get there. Rabbit and the tortoise, whatever. Just continuing to go nice and slow, but being consistent with what you're doing, and you're probably going to win the race. So here's what I'm I got my needle buried again. I'm going to smooth out my shirt here a little bit, because I'm crossing over at the top. I'm going to head down the other side. So I want to just kind of get it smoothed back out underneath that. For us to do the other side of the sleeve curve. Okay. That pin. Edges together over here. Not catching anything. Okay, coming up to the end. And back and forth. Alright. And there is stitching in our sleeve. Check in. Looks like we're fine. Just need to go and I'll meet you at the iron and we'll press them out.